Welcome to your theory unit on triads and harmony. We're going to be talking about chords and different kinds of chords and how they work together with melodies to create beautiful music. The first little lesson is on triads, basically what a triad is and how you write them. So the most basic form of a chord is called a triad. The reason we call it a triad is, I'm sure you'll be able to figure this out as soon as you see them, if you don't know about them already. Triad, if you look at the root word, three. Okay, a triad consists of a root note with a third and a fifth. So we have a root note with a third and a fifth built upon it, built above that bottom note, that root note, right? So to have a look at some of these triads, they can be major or minor, depending on their interval structure, depending on what kind of third you have above that root. If it's a major third, like we have here, okay, so here we have the root note C, okay? We're going to orient your eyes to this triad. We have the root note C. Above C, we have a major third, an interval of a major third, C to E. And above that C, we also have a perfect fifth, C up to G. That's a perfect fifth. That creates a major triad. On the other side, we have a minor triad. A minor triad is characterized by the interval of a minor third and a perfect fifth. So notice that the difference between a major triad and a minor triad is the kind of third you have. In a major triad, you have a major third. In a minor triad, you have a minor third. And you'll get used to seeing and recognizing those intervals pretty quickly. Final little bit, a tonic triad is the triad built on the first degree of the scale. Hopefully you'll recognize the term tonic triad, or if you don't recognize it, you can make sense of it. You know that the word tonic means the first note of the scale, or the home base. And so a tonic triad is the triad, those sequence of three notes built on the first degree of the scale, just like these ones are. This is in the key of C major, of course, and this is also in the key of C, a minor triad built in the key of C. All right, so your sheet for this next little section here has you building major tonic triads, building minor tonic triads, and identifying these triads as major or minor. So I'm going to do one or two of them with you first, and we'll carry on from there. So the first thing you're going to do is, in the first example, it says build major tonic triads for each of the major key signatures below. So they're telling you that you're going to be working in the major key signature. All right, so the first thing you're going to do is recognize what key signature you are in. Well, when you see 1 sharp in the key signature, again, refer back to your circle of fifths if you need to. All right, the key of 1 sharp of that F sharp is the key of G major. So I'm just going to write it down on the side here. G plus. Right? Now, if I need to build a tonic triad, I need to build a triad built on the first note of this key, or of this scale. The first note of the G major scale, of course, is the note G. So I need to build a triad off this note. There's my major third. There's my perfect fifth. I know that they are major thirds and perfect fifths because this is the kind, a B natural is the kind of B you find in a G major scale. A D natural is the kind of D you find in a G major scale. So that is a major third, that is a perfect fifth. So I have created a major tonic triad on the tonic note. Right? The first example in the second line, build a minor tonic triad in each of the minor key signatures below. Now, notice in the first example here, you have the same key signature. You have 1 sharp. But we're not working in the major key. We are working in the minor key. So you're going to still use that circle of fifths, but look at that inside circle where you have the minor keys. What is the name of the key of the minor key that has one sharp? If you look at your circle of fifths, you'll see that it's E minor. So in the key of E minor, we need to build a tonic triad. A tonic triad is a triad built on the first note of this scale. What is the first note of this scale? Well, of course, in the key of E minor, our tonic note is the note E. So I'm going to do that. And to build a triad, we need a third and a fifth. By following this minor scale, minor key signature, we have created intervals of a minor third and a perfect fifth. E natural to G natural is a minor third. Okay, and you can certainly go investigate that again just to confirm if you wish. Alternatively, if you would have preferred to write your tonic up here, use the high E. There's your minor third. There's your perfect fifth. That's certainly fine as well. The octave you choose really doesn't matter for these exercises. And then finally, identify each of these triads as major or minor. Well, let's pick another one. Let's go to, let's say this one here. Okay. What three notes do you have here? Well, we have the notes E flat, G, and B flat. So let's look at the intervals that we have. We're building this triad on the note E flat. So what is my interval here? What is my interval here? Well, what do I have in the key signature of E flat major? In the key of E flat major, I have three flats, B, E, A. So B's are supposed to be flat, and this one is. So this is still a perfect fifth. That's good. We need to identify this triad as major or minor by knowing what kind of third we have here. Is this a major third or is it a minor third? Well, in the key of E flat major, what kind of G's should we have? We should have G naturals, which means this is a major third. Since this is a major third, this is a major triad. Okay, so I will let you finish up those questions, but before I let you go, a quick little bit of instruction at the bottom here. It talks about how to label triads. Once you have a tonic triad, how do you label it? Well, they're labeled in one of two ways. First way is with their chord symbol above the staff, which is simply the root note of the triad. So in this case, this is a tonic triad built on C, so I write a capital C. If I was in the key of F major with a tonic triad built on the note F, I would write a capital F here. Okay, and then the other way to do it is with Roman numerals below the staff. I'm not sure if you're not familiar with your Roman numerals, we'll talk about it in class a little bit. But essentially a Roman numeral 1, an uppercase Roman numeral 1, the reason we put a 1 is because this is a triad built on the first note of the scale. Logically, you can assume then, of course, later on we're going to be using other Roman numerals, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, so in the next lesson we're going to be using a little bit of this notation, but don't worry about memorizing it or how it works right now. For now, you're recognizing the difference between major triads and minor triads. Finish up this worksheet. See you in the next lesson.